Hey guys, in connection with the previous topics of theory of computer science, today I am going to tell you the conversion method of NFA with epsilon to NFA without epsilon. So at first we will see what is the basic meaning behind that epsilon and phi also. So epsilon is nothing but the absence of input, means without taking any kind of input one state may traverse to the another state, and phi means the absence of output. Absence of, not the output, absence of state. It should be the absence of state. So today we are going to convert the non-deterministic finite automata with epsilon to without epsilon, means in the resultant NFA we will get the NFA, plain NFA, not having the epsilon 1. So question is already given here. Q0 by taking epsilon goes to Q1, Q1 again by taking epsilon goes to Q2, means Q0 may connect to the Q1 and proceed towards the Q2 without taking any kind of input. Side by side, that Q0 takes 1 as the input and goes to itself. Q1 takes the input as 0 and goes to itself. So NFA is not having any kind of binding. It may take one input multiple time, it may take one input one time, or it may not take that input at any single time. So this is the basic idea behind the term non-deterministic finite automata. Now we are going to solve this. So for conversion method, we will refer one formula. The formula is written here. See, delta of Q comma A. So here Q is any state. State number should be mentioned while solving the method. Then A is the input. We are going to derive its epsilon closure. What are the epsilon closures? How to calculate it? See, epsilon closure of delta. Delta means nothing but the transitions of the state over the given inputs. So here delta of delta cap of the state and epsilon over the given input. Suppose inputs are 0 and 1 as shown in the diagram. Then in which manner we will calculate the epsilon closure? See here. Epsilon closure we are going to calculate for the given number of states. Q0, Q1 and Q2 also. So at first epsilon closure of Q0 is that state itself at first. Very important. You are calculating the epsilon closure of the state Q0. That's why that state itself should be mentioned here. Then this Q0 by taking epsilon goes where? It goes to Q1. Again that Q1 by taking this epsilon proceeds towards the Q2. So here epsilon closure of Q0, it gives Q0, Q1 and Q2. Next, epsilon closure of Q1. Q1 itself, Q1 by taking epsilon goes to Q2. Okay. Next, epsilon closure of Q2. We are calculating the epsilon closure of Q2. That's why Q2 should be here. See, Q2 should be here. And by taking epsilon, Q2 goes anywhere? No, it is not mentioned. So by taking epsilon, rather epsilon is not mentioned for the state Q2. So keep it as it is, Q2 only for the epsilon closure of Q2. So these are the epsilon closures derived for the given number of states. Next step, this is your first step. Next step is to calculate the delta. Calculate the delta. This one delta for the each state for each input. See how to derive it. This is the second step. I am starting now. Delta of Q0 over 0. Q0, Q means state number and over the input. I have taken 0 as the input at the starting. Then afterwards I will calculate it for the one input also. See how to write it. Epsilon closure of delta cap Q comma epsilon. Which state we are going to calculate? We calculating the state Q0. So mention Q0 over the epsilon. Epsilon should be as it is over the given input I have taken as 0. Close the bracket and close the double bracket. So this bracket stands for this and this one is for that also. So see here, brackets are closed. Now calculate this q0 comma epsilon. Q0 by taking epsilon goes where? It goes to q1, q1 proceeds to q2. So here mention epsilon closure of delta. What is the calculated value for this delta cap? It may be the q0, q1, q2 over the input 0. Okay. Now delta cap is written, delta cap is derived. Next task, epsilon closure of delta of q0 comma 0 with union delta of q1 comma 0 with union delta of q2 comma 0. What I did, I just splitted it. Epsilon closure delta of q0 is what? Delta of q0 over 0. Is any 0 is given for the q0? No. Then it should be the phi 1, means it does not go to any state. It does not go to any state by taking the 0. State is absent. To indicate state is absent, indicate with the help of phi. Phi indicates the absence of state. With union q1 0. What is the q1? Q1 is here. Q1 by taking 0 goes to itself. Q2 by taking 0 goes to itself? No. It goes to anywhere? No, it does not go anywhere. That's why it again comes with the phi. Okay. Now next step should be calculate the epsilon closure of this one. See, what should be the next step? What I get? I get epsilon closure of phi with union q1 with union phi. So neglect this phi. Epsilon closure of q1 only. So what is the calculated value of q1? Epsilon closure q1. Its calculated value is q1 q2. You can refer these readings, these results from the given corner. Diagram is displaying in the given corner. Next, so this is your delta of q0 comma 0. Next, delta of q0 over 1. Okay, the q0 same state but the different input. Next, write down epsilon closure according to the formula delta of delta cap q0 comma epsilon over the 1. Over the 1, we calculated it. Click epsilon closure of delta again. Then q0 by taking epsilon, it goes where? It goes to q0, q1, q2. Refer the previous result over the 1. Epsilon closure. Again, don't forget to write this term. If you forget to write this term, then at the end you will calculate only the this middle part. We have to apply the epsilon closure on the calculated middle part. See, delta of q0 over 1 in union with delta of q1 over 1 in union with delta of q2 over 1. See the diagram. What is the value of q0 over 1? It should be the q0 because by taking 1 it goes to itself. Then next, in union with q1's 1. Q1's 1, it is absent. Then q2's 1. Q2's 1 in union with gives you q2 itself. Then epsilon closure of q0 in union with q2. So epsilon closure of Q0 and Q2 we have to combine. What is epsilon closure of Q0? Q0, Q1, Q2. Okay. And what is epsilon closure of Q2? Q2's epsilon closure is Q2 itself. So the result would be the Q0, Q1, Q2 for the delta of Q0 over 1. So always remember to write this epsilon closure term and never write the repeated state number in the final result. Never repeat it. Now next, so these are the two calculated values for Q0 over the 0 and 1. So same procedure must be applied for the remaining states over the remaining inputs. See, delta of Q1 over 0. Q1 comma epsilon over 0. Delta of Q1 comma 0 over 0. Then the epsilon closure of this delta over the Q1, you will get Q1 Q2 over the 0. Now do the next step as epsilon closure of Q1 in union with 0. Q1 comma 0 in union with Q2 comma 0. Q1 over 0, it gives you Q1 and and Q2 over 0, it gives nothing, means phi. So finally what is remaining? Epsilon closure of Q1 is remaining and that would be the Q1 Q2. So this is for delta of Q1 comma 0. So in the next step, Q1 over 1 should be there. Just calculate it. Q1 over 1 epsilon closure of delta cap over Q1 and with epsilon over the given input as 1. Epsilon closure of delta of Q1 comma epsilon, it gives you the Q1 comma Q2. Q1 comma Q2 over the input 1. Next, epsilon closure of delta of Q1 over 1 in union with delta of Q2 over 1. What you will get? See here, epsilon closure, Q1's 1 is not present, so phi should be there in union with Q2's 1. Q2's 1 is Q2 itself. And finally you will get the epsilon closure of Q2. It will be the Q2 only. So it is the derived value of delta of Q1 over 1. Next. So done for the Q1 over the given input 0 and 1. Next is remaining and that should be the last one, delta of Q2 over 0. If you solve it very systematically, then you will get a fine result. If you are going to skip the steps, then there will be the wrong output. So do it very systematically. Epsilon closure of delta of Q2 over epsilon is Q2 itself over the given input 0. Never forget to write down the term epsilon closure. Then what should be the Q2 comma 0? Q2 comma 0 is nothing but the phi. So here epsilon closure over the phi only. Delta of Q2 over the 0's value is phi. Next and the last, delta of Q2 over 1. See, epsilon closure delta of delta Q2 comma epsilon over the 1 epsilon closure of delta of Q2 by taking epsilon goes anywhere, by taking 1 it goes to itself. So epsilon closure of Q2 finally gives you the epsilon closure of Q2, and the final result will be the Q2 only for the delta of Q2 comma 1 only. So done for the last step. Now next. So in the next step, what is our main target? Our main target is to convert the given NFA with epsilon to NFA without epsilon. So with the help of the transition table, we can derive the NFA without epsilon. So for the transition table, we have to refer these readings. See how to put that readings into the transition table. Here I am going to write it so that you can see the entire solution on this last paper. Over the transitions Q and sigma, given our inputs are 0s and 1s. Then Q0, Q1, Q2. So here Q2 is 1. So these readings are available here on this page. That's why I'm writing the readings from the bottom side. You should start the readings from the first row. I am just writing the readings as this data is available here from the last row. So Q2 over 0 is 5. Q2 over 1 is Q2 itself, done for this first row. Then Q1's 1, it goes to Q2 itself, and Q1's 0. So Q1's 0 from the previous readings, it goes to Q1 and Q2. Q1, Q2. Put the curly brackets, please. Next, Q0, 0. Q1, Q2 it gives. And Q0's 1, it gives all the three. Q0, Q1, Q2. So just refer the previous readings. That's why I put the rectangle for the final result and put that result in the corresponding rows and columns. So from this we can easily draw the NFA without epsilon. NFA without epsilon. See how many states are there? 3 states are there. Q0, Q1 and Q2. Start from the initial state. Q0 would be the initial state. Then Q0, 0 goes to where? It goes to Q1 and Q2. 0. Q0's 1 goes to all the 3 states. 1, 1, 1. Then next Q1's 0. Q1's 0 goes to Q1 and Q2. Q1's 1. Q1's 1 goes to Q2. Q2's 0 goes to 5, means nothing. Q2's 1 goes to itself. Now next is mention the final state. So this is the drawn NFA and Q2 is the final state in NFA. So in the original NFA you can refer that original diagram, original NFA at the corner. So in that original NFA, Q2 is the final state. So in the result we have to compulsorily show the final state. So while drawing the final state, please check which one is the original final state. Q2 is the original final state, and wherever that Q2 is present in the transition table, that particular state number would be the final state also. So Q2 is present here also. So Q0 is also final state. So Q2 is present here. Q1 also. Q1 is also final state and Q2 is already the final state. So make double circle for indicating the final state here. And now this is the final answer. This is the ready NFA without epsilon. You can observe no epsilon is there, whereas the epsilon is present in the original question, original NFA given. Hope you all understand this concept very easily.